I'm Darren Chris, and you, and probably me at home, are watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly cheat sheet to everything that's happening on the Great White Way. Or as we like to think of it, the place where you get all the scoop from the man playing the Heidi Chronicles' Scoop, Jason Biggs, in his new video blog, The Scoop. What's the buzz, Ryan?
Punxsutawney is officially coming to Broadway. The 1993 hit comedy flick Groundhog Day, which starred Bill Murray and Andie MacDowell, is the latest film to get a musical adaptation. As we previously reported, the team behind Matilda the Musical, including director Matthew Warchus and composer Tim Minchin, have turned the wacky story of a TV weatherman who gets caught in a time loop that forces him to relive Groundhog Day again and again into a tuner that'll begin previews on the Great White Way in January 2017. Yes, that's 2 years from now, so no word on casting or a theater just yet, but we sure as heck fire can't wait to see this one over and over and over and over and over again.
You'd better hang on to yourselves because David Bowie is hard at work on Lazarus, a stage adaptation of The Man Who Fell to Earth. Bowie already knows a thing or two about the material. He starred in the 1976 film version about an alien in search of water for his dying planet who gets caught up in the greed of Earth. The collaboration with Once's Edna Walsh will feature classic and new songs by Bowie and is set to premiere at New York Theatre Workshop later this year. David Bowie, you're our hero forever and ever.
Tony winner Linda Lavin is coming back to Broadway as another sharp-tongued mother. This time Lavin is starring in Richard Greenberg's Our Mother's Brief Affair, in which she plays an ailing woman hell-bent on sharing her secrets with her grown children. Directed by Manhattan Theatre Club artistic director Lynn Meadow, the play will begin previews at the Friedman Theatre on December 28th and open on January 20th. Who doesn't want an extra helping of family drama during the holiday season?
This next news story came straight from the heavens. The creator himself has chosen funny men Christopher Fitzgerald and Tim Kazurinsky to appear on Broadway alongside him in the upcoming An Act of God. Two-time Tony nominee Fitzgerald will play Michael, and SNL and Police Academy comedy icon Kazurinsky will play Gabriel in the comedy, which stars Jim Parsons as the man. The good work starts on May 5th at Studio 54, which is presumably being scrubbed clean for the show after the recent run of Cabaret.
Two big fall Broadway shows announced further casting this week. Olivier winner and two-time Tony nominee Eve Best and Kelly Riley will star in the Clive Owen-led Old Times, which will open on October the 6th at Roundabout's American Airlines Theatre. And Broadway alum Fran Kranz has won the role of a lifetime. He will star opposite the legendary Al Pacino in David Mamet's China Doll. The two-hander opens at the Gerald Schoenfeld on November the 19th. Congratulations to all.
Hi, I'm Judy Kuhn. You're watching the Broadway.com show.
The new play Airline Highway is set in a seedy motel in New Orleans called the Hummingbird, where strippers, hustlers, and philosophers hang out. So we asked Julie White and the cast of the new Broadway show about the worst hotels they've ever stayed in. Check it out in this week's Pop Poll.
I remember being in one as a teenager driving across country and with some friends, and the magic fingers got stuck on, and so we had to sleep with this magic fingers going.
We just pulled into the Super 8, and it was like so bare bones. It was like cinder block walls and questionable sheets.
There were stains on everything. There were stains on the towels. There were stains on the sheets.
Like the carpet reminded me of the fur of a dead poodle.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I've stayed at a by the hour hotel. So, I mean, use your imagination on that one, but I won't say why or what, but yeah, that was probably the worst.
This week, we're giving a thumbs up to the Tony Awards Administration Committee for selecting Tommy Tune as this year's recipient for the Special Tony for Lifetime Achievement. Tune, who will have to clear a space for his 10th Tony Award, recently appeared on stage in the Encore's production of Lady Be Good. The Broadway icon said on Show People that he'd love to stage an original musical on the Great White Way, but was meeting resistance from some producers. Maybe Mr. Tune should take some selfies with his arsenal of Tony Awards and send them around to those producers asking, "Want one of these, huh? Then call me."
Big thumbs down to the news that Honeymoon in Vegas has left the Broadway strip. Despite some rave reviews, including my own on this very show, the musical comedy was not a jackpot and struggled to find an audience at the Nederlander Theater since opening in January. Still, hopes were high that producers could stick it out until the 2015 Tony Award nominations are announced on April 28th, assuming Honeymoon could have a shot at the Best Musical prize. But sadly, the lights went out on April 5th, leaving us, and Tony Danza no doubt, feeling, well, a little froggy.
We need to talk about a breath of fresh air making her Great White Way debut and making audiences say, thank heaven. Vanessa Hudgens, best known for her screen work on High School Musical, is playing the titular role in Lerner and Loewe's Gigi. She's adorable, sings and dances with aplomb, and more than holds her own with Broadway vets including Victoria Clark and Corey Cott. Vanessa Hudgens, we raise a glass of champagne to you. You are our star of the week.
This week's tweet is brought to you by It Should Have Been You star Josh Grissetti, and he has an important proposition for all of the gals watching right now. Any single ladies who like the smell of Ben Gay, my dressing room is open. Good to know, Josh. Think I'll take a rain check on that one? Let us know when your dressing room smells like roses and Schmackery's cookies on opening night, and then maybe we'll talk. Follow this funny guy at Josh Grissetti.
Hey, I'm Bill Nye, and you're watching Broadway.com. Check me out.
This week's Hot Shot features 5 internationally ignored song stylists and 1 lucky lady. When Tony winner Lena Hall played her final performance as Yitzhak in Hedwig and the Angry Inch on April 4th, she was surprised by all the Hedwigs. Broadway.com photographer Bruce Glick has snapped this adorable shot of Lena with current star John Cameron Mitchell, future Hedwig Darren Criss, and former stars Neil Patrick Harris, Andrew Rannells, and Michael C. Hall. Congratulations on a dragtastic run, Lena.
Dorothy and her funky friends are getting ready to ease on down the road as The Wiz was recently announced as the next big live NBC holiday musical broadcast. But which diva will get to play Dorothy, the role so fabulously created by Stephanie Mills on Broadway and slightly less fabulously by Diana Ross on screen? We took to Culturelist to ask fans their top picks in this week's Broadway.com Culturelist Challenge. Here's your top 10. Raven Simone, Carly Hughes, Jordan Sparks, Sierra Renee, Nikki M. James, Patina Miller, Anika Noni Rose, Kiki Palmer, Jennifer Hudson, and your top pick, Glee's Amber Riley. You're welcome, NBC. Look for a new Culturelist Challenge every Friday on Broadway.com.
In last week's Smackdown, we asked you who rocked the early 90s look better in It Should Have Been You star David Burtka's Throwback Thursday photo of him and Sutton Foster as high school dance dates. The results are in, and fans loved Sutton's sweet perm, giving her 63% of the votes. Don't worry, David, we still think that necktie is pretty fly. This week, we were inspired by Rob McClure's vivid impression of a velociraptor on Side by Side by Susan Blackwell. So much so that it reminded us of Empress Sutton's equally brilliant impression of the ferocious dinosaur. You know where this is going. We want to know who you think would fit in best at Jurassic Park. Rob Brutal Carnivore McClure or Sutton Killer Claus Foster. Watch the videos and then tweet your vote to @Broadway.com with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thank you for watching the Broadway.com show. We leave you with Beautiful's new Carole King, Chelina Kennedy, singing a fabulous version of Natural Woman. See you next week.